worth a smile. You know, sometimes I have to retake that thumbnail. Oh, doggone it. Woo, that was a big mosquito. Oh, man. That was a humongous mosquito. Oh, yep. We got to make a change just like that. We got to make a change to more light. We're going to have to go in the house. Man, that mosquito, hell, whole bunch of them. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to change. Yeah. I want to go in the weight room. I'm probably going to go in there. Go in the weight room. Or we're going to have to restart this live stream. I mean, these mosquitoes are humongous. Let's go this way. We're being top secret about what we're doing anyway. Man, I mean, the mosquitoes are, gigantic. Like, it's saying this gonna, man, I'm telling you something. Ooh, I gotta be careful what I say. There's some very creepy people in this world. And I mean very, very creepy people in this world. Or maybe I'm just being too creepy myself. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I'm too creepy. And I'm like pointing out other creepy people. You know. Could that be it? Am I creepy? And I'm pointing out other creepy people. that might be it. I really should have probably did this video on the elliptical. But you know, I don't want to go inside. I really want to put my feet in this water. We're going to sit over here on the edge of the infinity pool. I don't have any infinity stones, but I can sit on the edge. Don't get that in there. Sit on the edge of the infinity pool. All right. Hopefully there's nothing. I don't think there's anything in the background that tells where I'm at. You know, look, to be honest, there's crazy and creepy people on the internet. There's crazy and creepy people out there who do crazy and creepy stuff. But I think over where I was at, the mosquitoes were extra mosquitoing. Look at their hair. We're letting their hair grow out. My wife wants my hair to grow out. We got a crescent moon up in the sky. And change, people. The McCullough said, take one to know one. That's messed up, man. Well, I mean, it is what it is, but change is happening. Change is happening all around us right now. Anybody who's watching the news, your president, Mr. Trump, 47, is making a dramatic change. And I know a lot of people who are the D word are going to have, but y'all are so crazy with this. You're a D or you're R, or, an elephant or a donkey. This is craziness. But the thing is, he's making a change. He's trying to change the system. He's going to, trying to institute tariffs once again. Going what William McKinney did in the 1870s to something, where we did a tariff system. So this is a huge change. He made a huge press conference either today or yesterday, basically placing these tariffs on Canada, our neighbor to the north, and of course China and whoever else. He also talked about the people of Venezuela getting their government cleaned up. He's taking investment in their government. Remember, Venezuela's in South America. And sooner or later, he's going to want all of Central America, South America, Gulf of America, all to be changed to America. So there's a huge change going on. We're trying to figure out why this individual is doing anything like this, why this stuff is going on. That hairline is receding like a mofo. Damn. We're gonna change. We got a plan to bring it back, good people. We got a plan to bring it back. Who is this? Like a 50 good, like a 50% good M job. Okay. He's put a tariff in that hairline. Look at that. There's a dude in there talking crazy with a female avatar. Oh boy, beings, man. You just don't know. I can see what y'all really are. But yeah, if we could do something about the hairline, we would, but we're just gonna let it grow. I wear a hat every day anyway. That's the only reason I'm wearing this video. I just didn't go put the hat on. It is it. Got to let the hair grow out. It is what it is. But I thank you for coming. At least you came here and comment. Keep your comments coming, man. Look, if you got a comedy routine, go for it. Enjoy. But he wants the Panama Canal back in American control. My man is doing a lot of changes. And half the people gonna want the changes, half the people are not gonna want change. But change is one of the biggest constants in this so-called universe, in this reality. Change. So that's what's gonna happen. Change is gonna happen. And the bigger change is to change with yourself. How do you as the individual change to benefit your circumstances? Because at the end of the day, guess what? You still got to get up the next day and go to work. You still got to pay bills. You know, if he makes these tariffs, now you got to understand these promises he made during this election. These are some big boasts. These were big changes, big boasts. And I don't know if you're a day-by-day worker, not a day worker, but working class like myself, in the little around the water cooling or lunch rooms out on the site, people are talking about it. Man, getting overtime and not being taxed for it. That's what people work overtime for. They work to get that time and a half. Now, just imagine if you're making $20 an hour now, and I know some people are going crazy. Oh, $20 an hour. They just talking about Costco making their employees making 30 to 32 an hour. You got to understand who pays for that. You, the people. Who pays for the tariffs? You, the people. So if he gets rid of the income tax system and there's huge tariffs coming because you're gonna have more money, but you're gonna pay more for goods and services. Unless he could do something about that, and we all could do something about that. Barter, trade, and grow homegrown. It's been a long time coming, and knowing a change gonna come. Oh yes, it is. Sam Cooke, man. That's actually my wake up music in the morning. That's the first song that plays. Is that Sam Cooke? And it's coming. Change is coming. So, he's talking about no tax on tips, no taxes on overtime, even getting rid of the income tax system and tariffing other countries. Like, he just put a 25% tariff on Canada, which has already got a tariff on it. And Canada's dollar plummeted today. Canada's dollar was already like for every dollar you were paying more for it anyway, but it was like, now I think the last I saw, it was like for every Canadian dollar or every American dollar is 147 of their dollars. I think that's what it was. So change. And remember, Canada's our neighbor to the north. Winter is here. Kevin Samuels, he predicted, oh man, that's even bigger changes. That's humongous changes. What's happening in the social world? A lot of men are stepping away from long-term relationships. A lot of women have overvalued themselves for a long time and overpriced. A good woman never, good, like you say, fit, feminine, friendly, like my wife, fit, feminine, friendly, who is about family. They're priceless. But a lot of others have Riva TV today. I watched something going viral where this dude kicked this sneaky link out of his house and how that was going viral, and he had to explain it. Riva TV. Watch it for yourself. But change is coming. I have to change. I've changed the situation. I changed the situation that I'm in within 30 days. I got to a boiling point. I got to a point where I was totally fed up, and I was willing to do whatever it took to change, and everything changed. We went for a step. We went and changed it. We made the change happen. So I was able to do that. You know, maybe one day I'll get more detailed in what this change was, but it was pretty big change. You know, I know my wife is coming here this year, and that change had to happen, but I needed to change my circumstances, my living situation, been focusing on my health, you know. Man, just got through listening to Yaki Awaken, and he's talking about teeth. And I got to start back probably carnivore oil and oil pulling. Something I ain't did in a long time with coconut oil. Oil pulling for like 10 to 15 minutes every day. He wants you brushing your teeth 3 times a day. Wet brush in the morning, dry brush in the afternoon, lunchtime, and then wet brush at night. He says this is a lot of people are dealing with neurological diseases and our nervous disease because of their teeth. You really, it was an hour and a half. You just got to watch it for yourself. I mean, it was phenomenal, you know. It was actually an hour and like 50 minutes. It's funny, mosquitoes ain't up here by this type of water. Interesting. It's got chemicals in it. But man, it was an interesting show, and he was talking about the change. I know a lot of people got issues with him because how he talked about Dr. Sebi, and I really never really heard him really say anything bad about Dr. Sebi. From what I heard, it was in the past, but since I've been listening to him for like the last year, I haven't seen him being he is just 2.0. Dr. Sebi was the first generation, and probably ain't really the first generation. There's so many before him, but just say Sebi was the first generation. He is the 2.0. He is the upgrade. He's supposed to come with more information. Your kids are supposed to be the next level of you. That's why when you look at Dr. Sebi's, all the kids he had and stuff, and I know his daughters down there in the research village, you know, she's keeping that, and some of his grandsons, but man, it's like none of them are going that path. They just don't seem to be on that path, and if they are, they ain't on social media. So, but Yaki Awaken, he is the evolution of Dr. Sebi and Layla Africa, July Pukram, Queen Afua, all these people, these healers who have came and did their journey, and he's doing his journey, and they're helping us, you know, to keep here, keep the change happening, because change in the body is going to happen. But change, people, change is the biggest thing. You've got to be willing to mold to change. You've got to be willing to change. You've got to be willing to say, look, enough's enough. I got to change. It's somewhat a difficult thing to do if your mindset isn't into it, but if your higher self is pushing it, it's really more easier than you think. You just got to ride the wave. Get on a surfboard, get on a boat, and just ride that wave, that mental surfboard, that mental boat, and just ride the wave. And the change is going to happen. Change is going to move. It's going to move you. Hey, well, I got to do pool talk from there. It'll probably be, I don't think this pool's like open because it don't look like it's cleaned all the time. But definitely episodes of pool talk coming for 2025. Episodes of pool talk. But a lot of changes are happening. What is going on with all the planes going down? And what they said happened in Philadelphia, said that was a plane. That looked more like a missile. That looked like something else. It didn't look like no plane. how that went and the crater it made. And of course, you know, true change is going to happen. Because you know what 47's not talking about? He ain't talking about that like he talked about that Black Hawk helicopter. Then changed like how he got in office and started terminating people. Hell, that's one thing. But I was listening to Flairburn today, and she was talking about how the Mexican president, that lady got in office, and she started terminating people the old-fashioned way. I was like, what? Where did this come from? When did this happen? So there's a lot of changes. I know people are thinking, oh, this is year 2025, whatever you want to call it, you know. If I tell you this is year 2,044,000, you believe it only if the rest of the people agree to it. You know, it's like the Matrix. Morpheus told them they didn't know how old the Matrix was. They didn't know how many resets this is. You know, I think the what was that dude's name with the white hair and the white suit? I think he told him this was ninth generation or whatever. You know, and you don't know how long each generation went. So just remember, a year as the year passes, or they count the years by how many times we're going around that beautiful ball of fire in the sky. That's a year. But remember, you're in the third dimension moving through time. You think you're moving through time. And the only way you really know is to change in your body. Changing your hair, changing your eyes. Oh, look like, oh, can we see? Who is this person? Who is this person? Just, I see this person there. You know, the change you feel in your body, the change you're going through. A lot of them are biological change. A lot are chemical changes. The food, your diet that you're eating, the water that you're drinking, spiritual changes. The beings you're hanging around with, the beings you're bringing in and out of your existence. All these things are massive changes to your reality. And you're going through changes. And some people are going to be more prepared for the change. Me and my friend was talking about, what if the world went like this? And, you know, the type of ammunition or stuff you would have to have. It's like, but this is the reality. Most people can't carry more than 4 guns. And even if you carry 4 guns, how many clips of ammunition can you carry? And then how many clips of ammunition you carry? What about your water? What about your food source? What about your first aid source? What about your sleeping arrangements? What about your, you know, keep warm arrangements? How much stuff can you carry? Don't even go there. I mean, prepare however you need to prepare for a bad day. But the change is, if a bad day lasts more than a week, that's a huge change. So, the biggest change that I can say for myself is changing myself. Magazines, not clips. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah. How many magazines can you carry? Look, even a lot of people, well, I got a 40-round magazine. Look, I got this bag that I can carry a certain, we'll just call it an M4. And if you put, I don't even know if the bag will carry like 5 magazines, but I don't think you could carry the 40 round. You carry 30 rounds in the regular pouches, and then 2 of the 40 round, or 30 rounds in the 5 pouches, and 2 of the 40 rounds in the regular pouch, and you might could keep 1 in the pouch, in the container with the M4. Man, you know how heavy that is? I mean, you're carrying now 40 pounds. That's just for 1. So now what if you have a sidearm with 2 clips? One already in it and 2 left. And what if you got a double sidearm, little sidearm, side pouch for your leg, with the same thing. And then you got a little snub nose at the bottom. You're carrying around a lot of stuff. You're carrying around a lot of stuff, and you still got to eat, you still got to sleep, you still got to survive, you still got to change. So don't really get caught up in stuff like that. Prepare however you need to prepare, but remember, change is going to happen regardless. And the biggest change of all, the one that I've been waiting to get to, the greatest change you'll ever, well, I can't say the greatest, because there is two great. Yeah, I can see, who was that said that earlier? YM hairline? Yes. Yes, I remember I used to have that widow's peak. So, but ain't just your hairline's changing, but the two greatest changes you've ever experienced. You've already experienced one. It was the greatest change you've ever experienced in this lifetime, and that was your birth. When you change from energy to physical, you changed and you got here. You came out, however you were born, genetically, altered, natural, incubator, test tube, baby. You changed into this existence. That is the first major change. And the second major change is obviously the word they call death, where you just disconnect from this avatar. It's the avatar. I love this body. I'm thankful for this body, and I am doing the changes I need to really boost it up at 50. I'm working on it. I'm fighting the fight. I found my walk. I found my gym. Even though there's a gym here where I'm at, there's another gym that I'm a membership to. When I get off work, it's really walking distance from where I work at. But I'm not gonna walk. Of course, I'm gonna drive. But I'll do the walking when I get to the nature trail. And there's a nature trail over there. I did not know there was a nature trail. It is a nature trail. So starting this Tuesday, everything goes right. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, we're back in the gym. We're gonna start doing videos, and I'll probably only post them maybe 3 days a week. I got to get back to full class. That's huge. I got to get back to that channel and posting, because I like that. I like talking about weird and strange things. It makes you change your mind. But we got to change. I got to get back to it. I feel this month the energy's moving that direction. My wife is going to get that email, and my lawyers are going to activate, and they're going to start preparing her for the biggest change of her life, other than the two major ones, and hopefully she don't deal with the second major one anytime soon. And she'll get the call, and she'll be coming to the great country of America that's going through a massive change. It is, people. This dude is talking cash money right now, and he's got his people, and I do believe now Elon might be the Antichrist. But I mean, a lot of this TikToker, boy, TikTok ain't no joke, boy. TikTok be putting out some information, but I don't even think it was TikTok. I think it was on Instagram. This dude pointed out all the little gestures and the things he wears and stuff. Like, damn, Elon. I always thought he was the reincarnation of Tesla, but most likely he's probably the reincarnation of Thomas Edison, who took Tesla's stuff. I don't know. I'm being just like everybody else. I'm moving through this reality. Do I have anything against him? No. Like, yeah, man, if you try to destroy me, yes. If you try to interfere with the changes I wish to accomplish here, then there's a problem. And there's a problem not only on a galactic level, but an intergalactic and interdimensional level. So let's don't get too caught up in that stuff. All right, I don't want to start any galactic, intergalactic, any of the crazy wars. There's too much crazy stuff going on right now. So what we want to do is keep it copacetic, keep it peaceful. These beings are doing a lot of change. I literally get the feeling that America's about to become District 1 from the Hunger Games. That's the feeling I get, I really do. I get that feeling this is going to be the whole country's going to be like District 1. So anybody understand the Hunger Games, you know what that means. And not to say District 1 is the greatest district. People make things great. People doing what's right make things great. Countries or people agreeing on stuff and working together. People are caught up in countries and flags and territory, and they live all on the same planet. That if you do some devastation over here, it's going to affect the people over there. That's the biggest change that people need to realize. But the most beautiful change is that last one, where it separates you from this cord and you really see all the changes that were made. Change. Change, change, change. Can I have some change? So we're gonna let this be at this point. We wish everyone peace, health, wealth. We give gratitude always. We're thankful. We're thankful for the changes and the opportunities, and the good and the bad. The bad is to teach. It is the good is to teach. It's to move you forward in this reality. It's to push you forward. Push you forward, to change you, to develop you, to grow you as an individual, to get you out of the comfort zones. Good friend of mine, last thing, had a conversation about his father and how his father was growing up and how he is now as he's getting close to that last change, and it's coming. And how he is sad every time he sees his son and he's asking for forgiveness. And I keep telling him, that is the change. That is the breaking of the bloodline curses. And you need to do your part in giving forgiveness and allowing forgiveness, because you are that person too. People are so caught up thinking this religious stuff is real. And when you die, you go into judgment. According to your own B-word book, there ain't nobody up there in heaven yet. You don't get there just yet. You get there, you don't die and go to the pearly gates. Of course, you know, some people love them Simpsons and these animes, and you die and you're seeing St. Peter at the pearly gates. According to until certain time, people are not there yet. So who's up there? Where are you at? Where are all the people who passed away? See, I don't subscribe to that. I go to like more ancient teachings. You keep it coming here. You're going through your bloodline. That's what your bloodline is for. You know, you are reincarnating. My mother has now come back as her granddaughter. You know, my father has now come back as his grandson. You know, and you're going to learn. You're either going to keep patterns going, and that's why it's so crucial how you teach your children. People creeping behind me. Da 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 da. Yeah. But yeah, either you're gonna keep certain patterns going, or you're gonna change. You're gonna change your mindset. You're gonna change your purpose. You're gonna break old patterns, or you're gonna keep those old patterns going. And if you treat your son or your daughter a certain way, and you come back through that person, they're gonna just keep that repetition going, keep that pattern going. But you're still learning. Don't matter if it takes 10,000 generations. What else you gotta do? You're eternal. Energy experiencing physical reality. You know, interdimensional being having a human experience, as Ralph Smart likes to say all the time. So he was talking about that, and I said, hey man, the biggest thing you could do a part of that is forgiveness. Whisper in his ear, give it to him. I told him a story of what I did when my father passed, and what I did, because I had to let that go. I had to let that anger and that negativity and that hatred, that put energy, I had to let that go. I had to change. And I don't know if I've already told that story, but I will tell that story on my next live. I promise you, I'm gonna tell that story because it's a good story. And it can be proven. You just got to exhume the body. And I can prove my story. You just got to be willing to do some diabolical stuff. But that being said, it's the only good advice I can give, you know. I don't hate what has happened to me in the past. It's grown me. I don't hate people who I feel like wronged me. I survived. Surviving the past. They say surviving P Diddy, surviving R. Kelly. Hell, we all have survived our past. And that's why you can't get caught up in people still hanging out in the past. Like, you know, your parents been gone, but you still got all this anger. You need to go get you some help. Kevin Sanders told you that over and over again. You need to get you some psychological help. You know, so that being said, we're finishing up this, and hopefully everybody's doing the right thing, and we're going to keep moving. I got to go in here and get changed for tonight. I got to make it through the night, start another week, go to work. It don't matter right now if the moon disappeared. Yes, it will be humongous, but I still think they're expecting me to come to work tomorrow. Yeah, unless there's some kind of dramatic, you can't get anywhere reality. No. Where I work at now, they said it snowed North Dallas. Straight up snowed. And they came to work. I know where I was at during that time. And yeah, we came to work, but it wasn't bad out there. No. They said it was snow. And they came to work. So look, people, you're gonna have to work. You still gotta, if you're in a situation which we need to change, where everybody's paying all these bills, they go airplane up in the sky, wish you peace, health, wealth, get landed safely, you know, be grateful, give blessings, and change. All right, people. Until next time, I thank you for watching. I'm your host, wanting to set up my studio. I'm looking. It's a lot of things I got to make happen to get that done. But it's coming. Set up the studio so I can impersonate Kevin Samuels one day. Or not just him, everybody. It's so many people I learn from, just like everybody else. And there go my wife responding to stuff now. So that means I've got to go. Until next time, people, I leave you peace, health, wealth, gratitude always. As I leave you with a smile.